Stop recording.
Hello everyone on YouTube, it's Jordan here again, and today I'm going to show you how to use talkback to do everyday tasks on your Android device. Now, each Android phone or tablet is different, so not a lot of the same stuff will apply, particularly if you're expecting to see certain apps on any new prospective Android devices that you buy. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights in here before we go ahead and demo this. And the light is indeed on. So here I have my Android phone here. It's a Samsung Galaxy S8. And I've got talkback turned on. Note that on a Samsung phone, particularly the Galaxy S8, you've got an option of two screen readers. You've got the Samsung Voice Assistant, which is no longer getting updates, and then you've got talkback, which is of course the one you get with any old regular Android phone, the non-Samsung phones. So when you get your Android phone, make sure that you can turn on talkback first. Now, on the Samsung Galaxy S8, because you don't get talkback pre-installed, you do get Samsung Voice Assistant, so you'll have to temporarily do that. But in order to turn that on, you just simply hold down the two volume keys, and then your phone will vibrate and let you know that talkback is on. Well, Voice Assistant, should I say. So you can set your phone up with a Voice Assistant on a Samsung, and then install talkback from the Play Store afterwards. So without further ado, I'm going to get started, but the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to power on the phone now, and this is where most beginners get stuck.
11:53. Swipe with two fingers to unlock.
So you just told me that the phone is telling me
Screen off.
you just heard that the phone is telling me the time, and it said swipe with three fingers or swipe up with a few fingers to unlock. Now you can change this so that you can just press the home button to unlock the phone. But obviously, most modern Android phones nowadays, they don't have a physical home button. So instead, you've got this area of the screen which is dedicated to these sort of tasks. So you've got your home and your back buttons and the navigate up button. Don't know what they do, but generally you've got your home and back buttons and your recents buttons. You would have them, if you can see it, they'd be here, if you could see, if they were located physically. But most Android phone manufacturers have done this the same way. So I'm going to go press where the home button would be.
11:54. Device unlocked. One UI home. Messages.
And as you can see, my phone is unlocked now.
Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Now you can hear it. You can hear it's telling me. You can hear it's telling me a lot of things right now. But we're going to do the basics. We're going to learn how to navigate our phone. So here we are on our home screen. To navigate as though you were picking items, arrows. It's the same as on iOS. If you're used to using VoiceOver, you just flick left or right in portrait mode.
Gallery. Search. Google search. Google search. Voice search. Phone. Double. Messages. Play Store. Camera. Apps. Double tap to activate.
Now this is where
double tap and hold to long press.
On newer Android phones, this is called the app drawer. So I'm just going to double tap it, although you can swipe up.
Apps screen. Page 2 of 3. Apps. Phone. One notification. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press. Actions available. Use swipe up then right to view.
Now, don't worry if it's telling you a lot of stuff, because I'm going to explain that later.
Assistant. Dropbox.
We're just going to learn how to. We're just learning how to navigate the phone, the home screen, and the app screen, and how to switch between both. And this is useful if you want to choose an app that you want to use.
YouTube. Duo. Tap-tap-C. Wallpapers. Edge Canary. Edge. News. One notification. MIDI player. Chrome Beta. Chrome Canary. Chrome Dev. Keep notes. SVKNG. OneNote. Find a search. Edit box.
Now this is where you can search.
Double tap to edit. More options. Button.
Now your phone may have a different home screen layout, different manufacturers use different Android skins. So in order to,
Outlook. Facebook. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press. Actions available. You swipe up then right to view.
So in order to change where you're going, to change pages, you swap to the left with 2 fingers.
Page 3 of 3.
And you'll get haptic feedback, and the phone will tell you that you're on another page. So again, you can see other apps there too.
Teams. Warpinator. Find a search. Warpinator. Team.
I've only got 2 apps there, and to scroll back a page, you just, yeah, you heard that. To scroll back a page, you do this. You swap the other direction. So if you swap left to go to a different page, you just swap right again, like this,
Page
to go
2
back a
of 3.
page.
Page 1 of 3.
Now that you've learned basic phone navigation, we're going to learn how to open stuff. So suppose you found the app you want.
My files.
So
Double tap to activate. Gmail. 16 notification.
there's Gmail, for
Double
instance.
tap to activate.
Let's say you want to
Double
check
tap and
your.
hold to long press.
Let's say you want
Actions
to
available. You
check.
swipe up then right to view.
There we go. Let's say you want to check your email, for instance. In order to open it, you double tap anywhere on the screen. If you're using
Search
standard
email.
navigation,
Edit box.
there we go.
Double
That's
tap to edit text.
that's open.
Editing options available. You swipe up then right to view.
That's open the app. Now TalkBack is very, very chatty, so I'll explain some of those features once we've covered the basics. So here we are in Gmail, and in order to navigate unread messages and stuff,
Open navigation drawer button. Preparing free full stop. Compose. Double tap to activate. Signed in as Jordan Livesey Jordanla.
great, it's going to shout out my email address. That's brilliant.
Unread mail. Delivery incomplete. There was a temp. Unread Twitter. Dr. John A. Pack. Unread Google News. Today's briefing. Unread Dropbox. Reminder. Jordan Livesey shared. Unread Malwarebytes. A message from Malwarebytes CEO Marcin Kaczynski at 001. Double tap to activate.
So as you can see, as I'm flicking right, it's as I'm swiping right across the screen, it's announcing all the emails and whether they're unread and what the subject is.
Unread Orca List request. Orca List digest. Unread latest new pages on Computer Home. Unread Dropbox. We noticed a new sign into.
Now that you've covered that, let's say you want to open an email. Again, it's the same. Double tap the email.
Out of list. We noticed a new sign into your Dropbox. Dropbox. Web view. Hi Jordan. A new computer just signed into your Dropbox account. To help keep your account secure, let us know if this is you.
So again, it's going to read the whole message. You don't have to keep pausing. It'll read through paragraphs, I think.
Is this you? When? May 3rd.
So that's how to read emails. So to go back,
Out of table.
you want to
Back button.
move your
Navigation
finger
bar.
across the screen
It's 12 o'clock.
and then go back like that.
There are some reminders for Monkey Bob and Bananasaurus.
Okay, so we've just gone back there.
Rotate screen.
Let me go back to the emails.
Rotate screen. Back home. Unread Orca List request.
So here we are back in our emails. So what if you want to delete an email? Well, like you'd right click and it's the same. How to bring up a context menu, you're probably asking. It's exactly the same on iOS. All you got to do is double tap and hold.
Unread Orca List
This normally works for me.
Showing
Oh, there we go.
For bulk actions. Navigate up to select a bulk action. Selected Orca List digest.
So that's selected the message. We can do what we want with it now. So we can,
Unread App Store. Select.
I believe we can delete it
Done.
if we just go to
Button.
the top.
Out. Meet. Selected. Composed.
Sorry guys, I'm not that familiar with the Gmail app on Android.
Button. 1201. Done.
But
Button.
I know you can.
Email.
I know you can do all
Done.
this.
More options. Button.
Let's see what we've got in more options.
Pop-up window. Snooze. Change label. Add star. Mark as important. Mute. Report spam.
So
Move to. Snooze. Change label. Add star.
this is where you can do all your basic stuff.
Double
If you
tap
click
to
on the more
activate.
options,
Mark as important.
if you want to mark as spam. But don't worry, you can always delete emails on the web. So if you don't know how to delete an email in the Gmail app, then it's no biggie, because you can always do it on the web. So that covers Gmail. Now remember, whenever you're in any app, you can always return to the home screen. To do this,
Home button.
double tap the home
List.
button
Home screen. Hey.
and you're back on the home screen again. So now that we've covered how to actually navigate, how to use the Gmail app. Sorry, I just set off that little keyboard. I'm going to show you how to browse the web.
Gallery. Search.
So
Google search.
I'm going to go
Google
find the
search.
web browser,
Search. Clock. Messages.
provided I've
Screen.
got one.
Page 1 of messages. Clock. Gallery. Search. Google's voice. Phone. Message. Play Store. Camera. Apps. Camera. Apps.
Let's go to my app screen.
Page 1. G. Microsoft. Play Store. Maps. Google. Phone. Messages. Camera. Gallery.
I'm sure I've got Chrome on here.
Contact. Setting. Calendar. Galaxy. Amazon. Disney. Drive. Amazon Alexa. Disney Plus. Drive. Email. Home. YT Studio. Smart Switch. Photos. Chrome.
There we go, Chrome.
Double tap to activate. Double tap.
So
5%. Progress bar. Chrome.
Your phone app help and learning. Microsoft support.
With 80%. Back. But.
Calls.
Back. But. One UI.
well, that's not the website I plan to browse. And if you know anything, I hate Windows 10.
16.
So we're going to open Chrome,
Smart photo. Chrome. Chrome.
because I don't want to learn about the My Phone app. It's a piece of bloatware that comes with Windows 10, and it's full of bugs. So I want to...
Home. Button. Double tap to activate. Connection is secure. Home. 5%. Progress bar. 70%. Google. Web view.
There we go, we're on the home page. So if you're on a page you don't want to go to, just click the home button at the top and it brings you to the home page. And this is a perfect practice area for web navigation. So if you remember, in the old version of TalkBack, you could just swipe up for based on the rotor.
Echo. L.
It isn't anymore, it's swiping up via letters. So it won't change how you navigate the screen. If you want to do that,
Refreshing. 23%. Google. Web
I forgot that if you do the swipe down, it refreshes the page. So swiping down
Refreshing
reloads a page.
70%. Google. Web view.
So if you want to change your navigation tabs,
Words.
you want to swipe down, then up as quick as you can, like this.
Lines. Headings.
So
Swipe
now,
up or swipe down to read by headings.
you can swipe up or swipe down to read by headings. So this is how web navigation works. So let's navigate the headings on this page.
No previous heading. No next heading. No next heading.
Again, there are no headings, but if you're on on something like, I don't know, say YouTube on the website, which is very good with headings. There are headings for the videos you want to watch, and I love this feature because it's really good for screen reader users, especially on the desktop. But then again, I don't use my phone for going online much. I just use it for using certain apps. But if you're constantly on your phone, then this is a really useful feature. And my screen just locked itself, so I got to unlock it.
Device unlocked. 12:05.
So let me go ahead and
Google graphic.
there we go. We're back on our website. So you can use your standard talkback navigation, left and right.
Google search. Search.
Now,
Double tap to edit text.
listen to what
Editing
it's.
options available. You swipe up then right to view.
Now listen to what it's telling you. If it says edit box, you can tap into the page. We're going to look at how to enter text We're going to look at how to enter text later. But for now, we're going to focus on this web navigation.
Search by voice button. United Kingdom. Settings. Menu pop-up button. Double privacy link. Double tap to activate.
Now you've just heard it say link. Now that link, for those who don't know, is going to point you to another page. So I assume that you've learned how to.
Terms link. Double
I assume you've learned how to navigate the web with a screen reader efficiently, whether it be on an iPhone or on Windows. So I don't have to tell you all what these actually do. I just need to tell you how they actually work. So
privacy.
how would I open that link? I hear you asking. Again, double tap it.
5%. Progress bar. Web view. 70%.
And I love the audio cues there as well for the progress bar. Very nice. So that's website navigation for you. And you can check that you're on a page just by doing web navigation again.
Collapsed.
Privacy policy.
Collapsed.
Google Apps.
Button.
Now-
Double tap to activate. Actions available. You swipe up then right to view.
The thing that's unique is that the voice changes depending on the language of the web page. I don't know if you can change this in the talkback settings, but we're going to go navigate those talkback settings in a bit. But for now, I want to talk about how to enter text. So we need to go into somewhere where we can actually enter text, for instance. So I'm going to go back to the home screen. Let me find it here. Gallery, clock.
Contact. Setting. Calendar. Galaxies. Amazon Alexa.
I know I've got a very messy home screen, by the way.
Disney Plus. Drive.
Disney Plus.
Email. Home.
Email.
White East. Smart. Photo. Chrome. Find a search. More on. Gmail. Microsoft apps.
Let's go in Word.
Tap back button. Microsoft. Folder. Word.
So let's
Double tap to activate.
open Word.
Home screen. Page 1 of 5 default page. Word. Signed in as 2030. Recent. Signed.
I want to sign out of that.
Account. Jordan Livesey. 20. View profile. Jordan Livesey. Jordan Livesey.
I want to sign into that account because that is not a legitimate copy of Office. Whereas if I signed into my personal account, well, my real Microsoft account, then
View profile.
I'd be using the free version, which I want to use.
Sign out button. Add account. Privacy settings. Office apps.
So
Office apps. Back.
let's go back.
Word. Signed in as recent. Search. New. Button. Folder. New.
So let me just create a new document here.
New. Create in drop-down list. Blank document.
There we got blank document.
Tap here to switch to mobile view. Mobile view offers better viewing experience for documents on mobile devices. Out of grid. Document. Editing. English UK QWERTY keyboard. U.
Okay, so we're editing, and as you can see, I've got my finger on the letter U.
Pop-up display. U.
If I let go of it, it taps the key in. Now, in VoiceOver, if you remember tapping in VoiceOver, you simply double tapped a letter to enter it. I don't think there's a way to do it in TalkBack. You have to get used to the typing experience with TalkBack. So, this is not.
U. Back button. Nav U. Double tap to activate. Double tap at U.
I don't know where the backspace key is.
Double tap to act. U. Back enter. Backspace. Enter. Capital U. Enter. Enter. Backspace.
See what I mean? It's really hard. So let me try tapping something now, just to show you how hard it is to tap using TalkBack. You'll get used to it once you practice enough. But personally, I think tapping needs to be improved. I think there is a way you can change it so that you can do double tap.
B.
But by default, it's set to this. So let me just tap my name in quick.
H. J.
So I'm on J now. I let go of it,
Capital J.
and it taps it in.
K. O. O. F. T. R. R. C. F. D.
Whatever you do, don't let go of the screen until you find the letter you want.
Displayed.
Oh, but don't hold on to it either. Otherwise, it'll bring up a context menu.
D.
So don't keep holding on.
D. 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 D.
Now I need to get back into that edit box. There we go.
D.
Uh,
D. Font color menu. Not ticked. Bullets.
this is why if you're using Word, don't hold on to the keyboard for too long. Otherwise, you're going to end up in this weird menu.
D.
How do I get out of here?
Tap. Switch to dictate keyboard. D.
Again, you can use dictation, but I'm not going to use it for privacy reasons.
Tap here to switch to mobile. Learn more. Tap here to switch to mobile view. Mobile view offers. Not Joe. 9. C. V.
There we go, we're back on the
F,
keyboard. So
G. V.
let's continue
S,
tapping on our
A,
word.
A.
Yeah, so you,
B. B. N. N.
there we go, we just tapped in a whole word eventually. So what have we learned from that experience? Well, we've learned that if you want to tap in a letter, if you want to tap in a letter, don't let go of the screen. If you let go of the screen on any letter other than the one that you're trying to tap in, it will go ahead and tap in that letter. So you've got to be careful on that. And it's the same with the backspace key. You want to make sure that if you want that, let go as soon as you hear talkback say it.
Screen off.
And I don't know why Google don't put the double tapping by default, especially if you're coming over from VoiceOver on iOS. At least with Samsung's voice assistant, this has the feature enabled by default, so Samsung voice assistant is really good for tapping. I mean, if you've got a phone like mine, like a Samsung Galaxy S8, like this one here, then if you're tapping in an edit box, you can easily switch to Samsung's voice assist, because after all, it's a fork of the earlier discontinued version of TalkBack. I mean, this is the latest version of TalkBack I am using. So now we've covered how to type. I'm now going to cover how to manage files. Now, on a regular Android phone, that is not a Samsung.
Email. Disney Plus may the 4th be with you.
Take no notice of those emails. You can turn them off, by the way, if they're turned off by default, but I like to have them turned on because it's easier for me. So now what's next, you may be asking. Yeah, that's it, file management. So what was I going to say now? Yeah, different Android devices come with different file managers, but the commands are the exact same commands that you'll use no matter what file manager your phone happens to ship with. Most non-Samsung phones will come with the Files by Google app, but on a Samsung you get the Samsung My Files app. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the phone
Device
here,
unlocked.
and let me
Not ticked.
go to my home screen.
Keyboard hidden. One UI home. Gallery. Search. Google search. Google search. Voice search. Phone. Messages. App screen. Page 1 of Galaxies. Amazon. Disney Plus. Drive. Email. Home. YT Student. Smarts. Photo.
We're going to look for the My Files app.
Search. More options. My Files.
There we go, My Files.
My Files. Search. Button. Double tap to activate.
Now, your folder layout,
Hold to lock. More. Recent file. Pixiedust.org. Tada.bplugger.org. 3 of 4.
on here I can see all my recent files here.
Double tap and hold to long press. 58 plus. 4 of 4. Categories. Images. Videos. Audio. Documents. Downloads. Installation files.
So it's exactly like on a PC.
Internal storage. 21.64 gigabytes.
So here's our internal storage. Let's open
Internal
that up.
storage. Navigate, search, list, more options, my file, internal, alarms, Android, DCIM, documents, download, movies, music, notifications, the 3rd of May 1420, 24 items, 8 of 30.
As you can see, it's like navigating the file structure on a PC. To open a folder,
Music, the 15th of March 1646,
you simply have
0
to
items, 7 of 30.
you simply have
Double
to
tap,
double tap it. Let's go into my
Samsung,
navigator. Let's get out of here. Let's go into a folder that's safe to mess about in.
category, images, video, audio, document, download, internals, SD card, home drive, Google Drive.
Let's go into Google Drive.
Google Drive, navigator, button.
So
Double tap to activate.
we're going to do some file management.
Search, list, more, my, Google Drive, unlabeled, Chrome extension data, navigate, search, list, more, my file, Google, unlabeled, button, Dropbox, the 2nd of April 6, navigator, search, list, more option, my file, Google Drive, unlabeled, no files, no file, back, button,
Maybe Google Drive ain't a good
My
place to
files.
try this out.
storage,
Let's go to
Google, home drive,
let's go into OneDrive instead.
home drive, navigate, document, ETI Eloquent, document, docs, the 22nd of April 1249.
So we're going to learn how to. I'm going to show you how to delete a file. So what I
Double
do?
tap to activate.
What did it say then?
Document, docs, the 22nd of April 1249, 11.75 kilobytes, 5 of 9.
So there we go. It's telling us the size of the
Double tap and
document,
hold to long press.
what type of document it is, when it was modified.
ETI Eloquence TTSV 1.4.1, unofficial downloaded dash from dash Blint. Setting up the perfect Linux installation with a screen reader. Docs, the 14th of April 1513, 8.22 kilobytes.
So let's say we want to delete the test document.
Docs,
We double tap and hold on it, I think. If it'll let me do it.
unlabeled. Tick box, document.
Oh, but it's
Docs,
selected,
the 22nd
so
of April,
you can mark it for deletion by doing that.
unlabeled. Not ticked, tick box, ETI Eloquence.
So you're in the
TTSV
file
1.
selection.
Not ticked, not ticked, tick box, all. Once, more options, no previous, my file, home drive, unlabeled, not ticked, tick box, unlabeled, button, out of list. Not ticked, tick box, diverse, the 13th of April 2028. Not ticked, tick box, delete, out of list.
There we go, delete.
Double tap,
Click the delete.
delete file, cancel, button.
So there's a delete key there. So if you want to delete that file, you just click the delete button.
Delete, button. Deleting one file, home drive, navigator, button. Double tap to activate.
I don't know how to
Double tap
copy and
hold.
paste yet, but if anyone can give me a heads up on that, then that'd be good. I'm an intermediate when it comes to Android, as I've been using it for a few months now. So that's how to do basic file. That's how to remove files from your phone if you want to remove them, and removing documents. So that covers file management. Now I'm going to show you how to install apps. So here, as you may see,
Search, list, unsorted. ETI Eloquence TTSV 1.4.1, unofficial. Setting up the perfect.
is a copy of ETI Eloquence. So I've got my phone set to download from anywhere, so I'm going to double click it.
Package installer. ETI Eloquence TTS. Do you want to install this application? It does not require any special access.
So when you install, when you double click one of these types of files, it opens an installer.
Cancel button.
So you can install it if you want.
Double tap
So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Package installer.
So we click the
ETI
install
Eloquence
button.
TTS.
Now this is an older version of Eloquence, because Eloquence has been,
Package installer.
there we go,
ETI
it's
Eloquence
installed.
TTS.
Eloquence has been discontinued for goodness knows how long. Code Factory no longer sells it. At least that's what I know. This is actually the IvoSoft version of Eloquence, the one that the Braille Note Apex used to use. So now we've got it installed, and you'll find it.
Done. Button. Open. Button.
But you can also open from the
Double
installer.
tap to activate.
So that's one way to install apps. And another way,
Done.
let me just get out of there.
My files. Navigate up. Button.
Another way, the safe way to install apps is through the Google Play Store. So that's what we're going to cover next. So I'm going to go back to my home screen.
Home. Home screen. Page
I want to
one
make
of
sure I'm
five
still
default.
recording.
Should stop record.
One new
Here we go. Where are we now?
app screen. Amazon, Disney, Drive, email, home, YT, smart switch, photo, Chrome, find a search, more option, my files,
Where's the Play Store?
Gmail, Microsoft, Play Store,
There we go. Play Store. Double tap that.
Play Store, selected, for you, heading, double tap to activate,
And it's really easy to install an app from the Google Play Store. And here are my recommended apps.
add suggested, app, TikTok star,
TikTok.
Coinbase, app, Instagram star rating,
So you've got apps you can install here.
Google Ads star,
Google Ads.
Google Pay star,
So let's look for an app
Facebook Lite
that
star,
we might install.
PayPal business,
Let's install
Facebook Lite
Facebook Lite, for instance.
details for app, Facebook Lite,
We don't have to use this app because this is only a tutorial. So once you're in the details for app, look for the install button.
about this app, more number 7, rate this app, 1 star, 2 star, 3,
So keep navigating. You may have to go different areas of the screen
this
as
version
well.
of screen, rate this app, tell, number 7, more result, about this version of Facebook uses less data and works in all network conditions, list, screenshot, similar app, install, button,
There we go. So once you double tap the install button,
Facebook Lite,
you don't have to do
Showing
anything
items
else.
1 to 5 of 10.
It's going to install.
Shortcut to light added on home screen.
There we go. That was quick, wasn't it? So once you see once it tells you that a shortcut to the app has been added on your home screen, then that means it's installed. So we've just installed an app independently on our phone. I mean, if this is the first time you've set the Play Store up, then you're going to need to sign into your Google account to do this. But not all apps are going to have the install button. They'll have a bar.
Email, 10 more emails. Screen off.
They'll have a bar button.
Data fourth be with you.
They'll have a buy button instead, and just follow the instructions. Remember, talkback has an excellent tutorial mode, so make use of that when you have the time, and you can learn how to use some of the basic features of talkback. So now we're going to learn how to configure talkback to our liking. Now, if you remember, we installed a new speech synthesizer, so people may ask, how do we use that speech synthesizer now? So this is a question many new to Android users will ask. So again, on my phone, I've got 2 ways of doing this, but we're going to do it, if you've got a regular Android, this is the way that people would do it if they were doing talkback. So let's say I want to change it to the Eloquence voice I installed.
Device unlocked. 1225. Play Store. Open. Button.
So
Press select to activate. Similar. Add
let's go to the home screen very quick
home.
and go back
Home
to our
screen.
settings.
Page 1 of clock. Gallery.
Wherever that
Google
is.
search. Google
Settings.
voice,
Where is the
phone,
settings?
Messages. Play Store. Camera. Apps.
There it is.
App
App
screen.
screen.
Google phone. Message. Camera. Gallery. Clock. Set.
There's the settings app.
Settings. Search.
And we have to go all the way down till we hit accessibility.
Google. Advanced. Device. Apps. General map.
There's accessibility.
Accessibility. Navigator.
And in order to get to talkback,
Accessibility. Search. More option. Collapsed. Screen reader.
yep, you've
Guest
got
focus.
screen reader, but that's a Samsung's own screen
Help
reader.
enough. Visibility and hearing in. Visibility. Hearing in. Interaction and advanced set. Installed services. Talkback and free services.
So installed services, you want to double tap on that.
Installed services. Talkback on 1 of 4.
There's our
In
talkback.
Accessibility menu.
Going to talkback.
Talkback.
There we go.
Navigator. Talkback. Talkback on. Talkback. Settings. 1 of 2.
Going to the settings.
Talkback settings. Navigator. Talkback. New features in audio. Heading. Text to speech settings.
We're going to text to speech settings.
Text to speech settings.
This is
Navigator.
where we can change the
Content
voice
item
that's
list.
used.
Text. Preferred engine. Google text to speech engine. 1 of 6.
So
In
preferred
list,
engine.
6 items.
Double tap that. And this is where you can choose your voice. So
Samsung text to
we've got
speech
Samsung
engine,
text to
1 of 6.
speech.
Google text to
speech.
SVKNG, 4 of 6.
So if we change to
Double
eSpeak,
tap to act.
like so,
Attention. Cancel.
accept
Okay.
any permissions,
Button.
accept the pop-up it gives you.
Using eSpeak-NG settings. Attention. This speech synthesis engine may be able to collect all the text. Cancel button. Okay.
So yeah, we're using eSpeak.
Double tap to activate. eloquence.
So let's say
DTS.
there's eloquence.
Double
So
tap to activate.
we found eloquence. So if you want to pick that, make sure that's working.
Speak. Cancel. Okay.
Using ETI eloquence TTS. Settings. Attention.
There you go. That's our eloquence text to speech.
This speech synthesis engine may be able to collect all the text that will be spoken, including personal data like passwords and credit card numbers. That comes from the ETI eloquence TTS engine. Enable the use of this speech synthesis engine. Cancel. OK. Preferred engine. ETI eloquence TTS. 5 of 6. Enlist. 6 items.
You can tell this version of
Double tap
eloquence
to
is old.
activate.
Eloquence hasn't been updated for a number of years, and this is the much older one. This isn't the version that you get with JAWS or the version that you can buy for NVDA. This is the one that the Braille Sense used to use, the Braille Sense U2, and indeed a lot of the Braille Note products as well. The Ivo Software Eloquence, that Ivo Software SP. Because if you looked at the speech synthesis, if you looked at speech synthesis on the Braille Sense, then it showed you that. So that's most of the basics out of the way. Again, calling people is pretty straightforward, depending on the phone app. I'm not going to show you that because every phone app is different. It's the same with messaging. So you have to make use of the commands you've learned. And when you get your new Android, especially if you're switching from iOS, take the time to learn what it has to offer, especially if you're using stuff like talkback. And if your Android actually does have another screen reader, consider learning how to use that first before investing in talkback and the likes of that. But I think you'll find that many Android phones, regardless of the manufacturer, you can always use any Android phone, provided they have the feature that you want, like the ability to, how to turn on the features, like the accessibility features. Top of that, that's been another video. This is Jordan signing off, saying have a good day, everyone.